Into this video we are going to see how to make a derived system representing an active-passive DCDR cluster in BHCO. This is the scenario. You have an active-passive cluster made of a data center node and a disaster recovery node. You want to make a forecasting taking into account the performances of this system, but taking into account only the system that is active at every moment. So you have an active system for a certain period and then it is switched to the other node. Okay, so to do this, the way is to add a derived system representing the cluster. So let's add a system and follow the wizard. Derive a new system from existing resources. Into the selectable entities, include your two nodes of the cluster. Select the metrics that you want to be derived on which you want to make the forecast to avoid performance, resources, and waste of resources. Just for example, include the CPU and memory utilization. And here's the logic. You have to put max to take into account only the active node. The node that is not active, of course, will have lower or null utilization. And here you can choose the starting point. For example, you know you have data since the beginning of April. You can create a derived system since the beginning of April to recover for historical data on which you want to make the forecast. And then every day the data, once imported, will get derived to the new cluster. So give this a meaningful name. You can leave system type generic. Finished. Now the active cluster has been created, and the generator systems are the two nodes of my cluster. So if you want to make a time forecasting model, you have to create an entity filter, okay, including only the derived system. And then on top of this entity filter, you can make an analysis or a time forecasting model, for example. On CPU and memory metrics we have included into the derived system. You can use optimizer thresholds, and then you simply have to proceed creating the scenario, and as usual, the forecast right now will most probably not produce any output because the derivation of data is not completed. Oh, it's completed. Okay, you can see you have a derived system and is forecasting on CPU and memory.